I remember I was taught a couple of things growing up. And sometimes it just doesn't make sense. So, if God's a loving God, a caring God, a gentle God, as I described in my last video, how would he turn around and say, but if you don't believe in me, you'll boil in hell? And that doesn't sound godly. God of spirit would not hurt you. God is love. Spiritual God is love. And all of its definitions. Sally went to church every single Sunday. Sally didn't graduate because of what she did on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. They go in to church, which is of what? Flesh. The Pope is the freaking beast. A man with a robe. Hair is white. There's only one up from the Pope, and that is Satan. And who is Satan? Satan is another, I wouldn't say so much another being, because we were mixed with the native Indians and reptilian. Now, to prove my point, let me see. Images. Look. You see that tail? And we even have a tailbone. Don't that kind of look like something? It looks reptilian. Sure as hell don't look human. This one right here. Look at that. That's an embryo. That's us. Don't look nothing like a human. Looks like a... What does it look like to y'all? An alligator or some shit? And then we morph as we get older, as seen in other photographs. Trying to make this bigger. Oops. Probably won't get bigger, but you can see what I mean. Look at that. Look at that. I can't even really see it. Let's see if we can find another one that's... It's a little bigger. Oh man, we'll be on this forever. Well, this is better. Look at that. The hell? We looked like that once. And look, what the hell? And then we start morphing out to humans. Look at that. Awesome. Where are our feet? Okay. I guess we're ready to get back with the videos. Trying to fit this in where I'm not covering everything. I noticed that on the last video. Okay, now check this out. Just as the Lord had commanded Moses his servant, so Moses commanded Joshua, and so Joshua did. He left nothing undone of all that the Lord had commanded Moses. Check this out. Check out what Moses commanded Joshua to do. Over many years, Jesus gave Joshua victory over all the people he fought in the land. Fought. Killing innocent people along the way, I'm pretty sure. Slaughtering people. That's not God doing that. That's the creator of flesh. The creator of flesh thinks of you no more than a slave. Your life means nothing. You're disposable. You're not of the pure race. You're only in the bloodline. And think about it like this. We shed our skin, just like reptilians do. Look that up. The Bible lists 31 kings that Joshua killed. Wow. Along with multiple towns where people live in. Innocent people and regions that he conquered. And I made some points in here so people, if they want to reference back to it, there you go. After the Israelites took all of their territory, Joshua divided the land as an inheritance to the tribes of Israel, as God had instructed. No, not your spiritual God. Your spiritual God would not ask you to do anything like that. But the creator of flesh will. Are you starting to understand a little bit better about what I'm trying to say? Anything in the Bible that relates to this earth or this world, anything that's negative towards this earth, this world, is Satan's doing. But trust me when I say that the agreement made will end real soon. It was left up to each tribe of Israel to conquer the people in the land they were given. I've never read this part of the Bible. Judges 1. The Bible gives us 2 reasons that God left some people remaining in the land. One reason was that if all the people of the entire land of Canaan were wiped out, that doesn't sound like something God would do. Satan Creator of flesh, yeah. But the God of love, no. The wild animals that lived there would be too great a number compared to the number of Israelites. That's a stupid reason to spare their life. It's a stupid reason to even begin the war. God, our spiritual God, is of love, peace, harmony. Where our spiritual God comes from, none of this happens. We're taught to love one another, forgive, assist, serve. Not only God, but your brothers and sisters. Your spiritual brothers and sisters. They're more than just people in trouble. Think of them as your own mother. You know? Biological mother. Or biological brothers and sisters. Israelites. These wild animals would make it unsafe for the Israelites to live in the land. God knew that the number of Israelites would increase as more and more children were born and grew up. Eventually there would be enough Israelites to outnumber the wild animals. Gosh. Does any of this sound like something coming from a spiritual God? No. It's the ruler of this hell on earth. It's the creator of man. 6 protons, 6 neutrons, 6 electrons. Look at all of these places. And this is sad. All the places Joshua went and terrorized. And I'm sure we don't know the whole story behind this. It's almost like they're trying to wipe out something. Wipe out the existence of somebody's beliefs. It's been going on, and it still goes on today in the Middle East. They'll never have a clue. They need to put down their weapons. Remove themselves from their religion. I don't care what it is. And focus a one-on-one relationship with God. Learn to love. I'm going to move this again because I know it's covering up a lot of that. And this is just some of the... This ain't all of them. People. Human beings in general are considered collectively. But, you know, if you was to read down it, in the synonyms, it says human beings, persons, individuals, humans, mortals, living souls. Living souls, personage, men, women, and children, informal folks, crowds of people. But what I'm more interested in is that the living souls. The living souls. You have a choice. You either can follow things in front of you that you can see, hear, smell, and taste. Blindly follow the religions, and I don't care what religion it is, because all of it's wrong. We need to drop our arms and start focusing in on our spiritual God and not the creator of flesh. But, hopefully someday that can happen. I don't see it happening in my lifetime, though. We are the saviors that we're looking for, people. We are the saviors that we're looking for. If you follow blindly to somebody, it can be dangerous. And you won't even know it. The media, people. Most of the time, the media is a big fat lie. If you was to try to find a good underground media, one that's not showing on TV, you can find them in YouTube videos and stuff. You'll find out a whole hell of a lot of stuff that's going on in the world that they don't mention in the media. They're so busy focusing on Trump this, Trump that, and while other things are happening around the world that are disastrous. That's never happened. We think that we have it bad. Good Lord. Take a look around the world. Some places they have to migrate because it's flooded. Where they're at, it's flooded. It's inhabitable. It's gone underwater. And for us to turn them away? I mean, these people ain't just like, oh, I don't like how cold it's getting up north. I think I'll move down south and everything will be fine. These people are losing their entire towns to flooding that does not reside. It stays there. And they're trying to look for a new home. And for any country to deny them that right should be ashamed of themselves. And you're working for the creator of flesh, Satan. All you people in these big political jobs and stuff, blindly following this and that. Either you're scared, you're being bullied. Learn not to fear. Learn not to fear death. Because death is only of this vessel. The soul lives on. And matter of fact, the soul kind of likes it when they ain't in these heavy ass suits that we got to carry around everywhere. What, I weigh 230 pounds? You know how much a soul weighs? Probably not even a pound. And that's why we get tired, We get tired so the body can rest and the soul can get a break for a while. Anyway, so let's move on. So, the spiritual or immaterial part of a human being or animal, regarded as immortal. You see what I'm trying to say? The spiritual or immaterial part of a human being. The spiritual part, your soul, is the one that you need to get to know better than human stuff and what humans try to tell you and what other human beings in the way that they live. That must stop. Jesus is your belief in Jesus is practically damning you to spinning another cycle on another third dimensional planet somewhere. You need to learn, and I mean this with all religions, Buddhism, Muslim, you need to learn to put all of that aside and focus on God. No more fighting other people because you're Muslim and you're terrorists or ISIS. I don't give a fuck. That's the only way that anybody will graduate. And the time is almost up too. And you still have people creating wars and lying to us, setting up propagandas. You know that it was the government who staged the attack against the Twin Towers, where thousands of American citizens had died. It wasn't no Al-Qaeda or anything, or any other kind of government-created entity. But they pay handsomely to do whatever they need to do. Now, who invented ISIS? Obama did. He mentioned that. He said that he was going to build a force of people that would help in a security type or militia type of existence. And then the next thing you know, ISIS pops up out of it, nowhere. The reason why they don't use the military, because the military has too many restrictions, but if you have somebody like ISIS, you just tell them what to do and they'll do it. They don't matter how it's done. And our military, a lot of them are humanitarians. We do got a lot of demons in the military that do inhumane things. Why? Because they know they can get away with it. But then there's also very caring military. They see the other person as a human being, not an enemy. Just caught up in some mess. And I say the same thing to all you movie stars and singers and billionaires and millionaires out there. The only way that you can allow your soul to be sold to I don't even think it's even possible. Because a soul belongs to God. I don't know how they convince people, perhaps with drugs, or perhaps with more propaganda, but a lot of people wanted money so bad, that they say that they sold their soul to the devil. And in a sense, in this life, perhaps they did. But once you shed your vessel, that life that you lived is over. You shed your body, your soul pops out, and you're processed to go to another third dimensional planet, because this planet is supposed to graduate into the fifth dimension. This time around. It's different than the other time arounds when, these scientists and whatnot's been finding bones and all kinds of stuff at different layers of the earth, and they're trying to figure out what happened to that civilization. It just completely wiped out. Well, it's something that occurs every several thousand years. And what happens is a planet called Nibiru, which is in our solar system, except it goes way out there. Way out there. And then circles back around and comes back towards Earth. And when it comes back towards Earth, it swings and goes back up. On this planet ship are beings that are called the Anunnaki. And they are a reptilian race. And they are the creators of flesh. The time has come for another civilization. The cycle of Jesus is about ready to end. A new cycle will begin. For those who are still asleep, in other words, believe solely in everything they see, hear, and smell, will reincarnate on another third dimensional planet. Probably not even in human form. It could be in a different form. You know? We've reincarnated so much. Our souls are tens of thousands of years old, and we're still children. Don't let the body fool you, man. I'm like 52 years old now. And I'm still young. I'm still a child. Why? Because my soul is still a child. Don't let her mix things up for you. The body grows old, and the soul stays young. It's immortal. Yep. Well, that was all I needed to present to you in this video. I shall see you in the next one. Don't forget to subscribe.